Hey traders, this is Jeff from ZenTrader.ca, and I know I've been a horrible blogger lately. And it's been a combination of I've been on vacation, I've been digging into the Forex market on some degree. I've been working with my one good friend, Mike Bayer, who runs the service ForexAlerts.ca, and my house flooded a little bit. So and it's summer, right? It's really nice out. Vancouver's beautiful. So, but you know, I plan on getting back to it. I'm gonna do something a little bit differently in this video. I'm gonna talk about my timing signal. I'm gonna talk about where I think the markets are going, what I think is gonna happen in the short term, and where I think the markets are gonna be, a couple weeks from now and possibly and beyond. I'm going to tie it together with some Forex analysis that, like I said, I've been working with Mike, and it's kind of painting a really interesting picture right now. So, with that said, my timing signal is negative. I think that the short term is going to be a little more choppy, and here's why. The Nikkei, I think this is going to be more interesting for people who trade the Forex, but I also think that it's just pretty interesting to begin with. The Nikkei and the U.S. markets have been trading in tandem somewhat. The Nikkei has been really strong. Let me just show you this chart. I mean, this is a massively strong chart. This is a weekly. But check out the RSI. It still could go down to 40. And what that would translate into is 12, 11, 5, worst case. I think worst case scenario, we're looking at maybe another 1,000 points downside. And the currency markets and the Nikkei, I mean, when you look at this, it's been a bit of a roller coaster for the last week. And the one currency that I'm really focusing on is the USD JPY. Because when it goes up, the markets go up, and when it goes down, well, I mean, the Nikkei goes down, and the Dow has been down somewhat. And I think we have some more, just a little bit more downside, possibly down here and beyond. And I'm also watching the Euro USD, and the Great British Pound against the USD. These have been very strong. And I do believe that what's going to happen, I think things are going to get kind of crazy. And I think the Euro and the Great British Pound are going to spike up at the same time, while the Nikkei, go back to this, while the Nikkei is crashing down to these levels. And it's going to bring the U.S. markets down a little bit more. I myself have been buying a few names that I've been targeting on my particular watch list with Trade with Zen, and I think it's okay to start dipping your toes in on the long side, because the light at the end of the tunnel, and we are getting some volatility here on the put call ratio. It is starting to spike up there. It's not into the high put buying levels, and it's not, certainly not to the blood on the street type levels, but it is spiking up. And if the things that I'm seeing do come into play, this is going to spike up. You're going to see the Nikkei fall down. You're going to see the Nasdaq pull back some more. We do have some support down here. I don't know how far it's going to go down. And I think things are going to get a little crazy, especially in the currency markets. You're going to see the Japanese pairs start to fall. People are going to freak out. In the meantime, you're going to have the Euro and the Great British Pound spiking up, and it's going to be chaos. And it's really interesting to see if this scenario does play out. And then I think it's going to present a really good buying opportunity for the U.S. markets, and that's going to be the time where you're really going to want to put some money in the markets on the long side. So that's what I'm watching. Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, we'll go from there.